Hey, good morning. This is Mike Oberther with Client Cycle Marketing. Hey, last week I had a really exciting meeting with a friend of mine. His name is Dan Lieberman, and he's involved in the local business community in a couple different ways. He runs some organizations that help people network. He's involved in some organizations that help entrepreneurs kind of get off the ground and launch their businesses. Very recently, he and his partner, Rick Feldman, joined forces with some other people and actually bought a machine shop. And pretty exciting stuff. And they're working hard to get that business running smooth, and they've made a lot of progress. And we were having lunch, and he was talking to me a little bit about their effort to build relationships in the machining community. Okay, so right now, for a lot of these guys, it's feast and famine. They'll be really slow for a little bit, and then they'll get slammed by a massive job. And sometimes the result is a machine shop enters that situation. They need help for getting that job done. And so one of the things Dan and his team are doing are trying to create relationships with other local machine shops so that when they're overrun with work, their machine shop can take some of that business over and help them complete the job. Now, obviously, there are benefits on both sides. The machine shop that's too busy to get all the work done, now they have a trusted resource, and that's Dan and his team. But also that enhances the overall production amount that this area can handle, and so that's a valuable thing for the whole community. So the interesting thing is they're trying to build these relationships by going through their warm network, which is great. But eventually, they're going to run out of friends, and they're going to have to make cold calls. And I asked him why they were reluctant to do cold calling, and he expressed to me that they had a fear of being pushy or too salesy. And, I listened to him talk to me, but I told him right away, it sounds like a mindset problem. Because the reality is they're bringing value. They're offering additional production ability to these machine shops, which allows them to keep their clients happy and keep that work coming to Massachusetts. So they're bringing something to the table that's very valuable. They're a great group of guys. They're very reliable. Not everybody's as reliable as them. So if they're creating relationships, that's a value to that other party as well when they're calling. So I wanted to just give you a challenge today. If you're worried about making cold calls because you feel like it's going to be too pushy or too over the top, you got to remember what you bring to the table. You have to remember how that can improve your partner or your client's business when you bring that to the table. And you also have to understand in what situations your service shines the brightest. So it's three things: your value, how that helps other people's businesses, and what situations in their businesses make you a shining star. And the reason for that is it helps you teach people when you're a good use of their time. You don't want to waste people's time. You want to be able to quickly tell them what you bring to the table, how you're going to help them, and how it's going to help them, and why it's an immediate value for them to meet with you. If you have those things, you're not being pushy. You're calling with purpose. You have something specific you can help somebody with. That's awesome. So now I want you to pick up the phone and have some fun. First, get a piece of paper, write down those things I told you, what you do great, what you bring to the table to help other people, and what situations you shine the brightest in. Can you have that in front of you? Make some phone calls. People are going to actually be happy you called, and you will make appointments, and you'll be able to help people. This is Mike Oberther with Client Cycle. I hope you have a great day.